Hello and welcome to the after show for Game of Thrones Riverlands episode 12.
12.
Well, there we go. Bernard,
Nailed it.
how are those crossbows going for you?
I always hated crossbows.
There we go.
So you've been on 2 episodes now, right?
I've been on a few.
3 or 4, right?
I was in like 2 or 3 at the beginning. I think I was in 3 and I was in episodes like 2 or 4.
Okay, so like I keep thinking that every episode you're either drunk or almost dead.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. He turns up like he arrives in Rooklands. He gets nearly murdered. He gets saved by Declan. He drinks a lot. That's Bernard's arc. It's an endless loop.
We have a good relationship of me saving you and you hating me. It's nice. I like this.
You're getting through to him. I mean, if you save his life enough times, he has to be like, okay, yeah, maybe you're all right.
Yeah, that's fair, I suppose.
You can't ignore the fact that you could have just left him to die in the street and no one would ever have known.
Also fair.
Yeah.
He might actually begin to share his ice sculpture with you.
That
God damn it.
Oh, the guy really like
their ice sculpture.
I like how you made a bet about if I ask him and he says no, then you have to do a thing. Why did you agree to that? If you ask him, he's going to be like, no, of course I don't.
She just wanted to see if Declan had humor. That's all.
It's a true story. I'm also gonna take my.
So how is Liana feeling after that conversation?
That's a question for an insight roll.
Damn.
Oh, come on. Not everything has to be hidden,
You very
tucked away.
suddenly pushed someone who was like 3rd in line to the lordship into someone who's quite potentially 2nd in line, maybe 1st in line, considering 6-year-old, technically illegitimate child.
She doesn't know that though.
She doesn't know that though, but she knows that he's in a very iffy position, and if her father dies, she would end up being the person who leads the household probably until he's of age.
Also,
so she knows
Declan has
she's
no idea
first.
either, for the record.
Yup.
I doubt I get told that.
Fully depends on how the conversation goes.
Oh god. If it was up to the Maester, nobody would know that. That's a piece of information that just needs to stay buried.
Yeah, that's just
Buried forever.
it's also something that Declan won't ask. Like Jason
Oh,
will
then
likely
yeah,
not come up.
Then
Yeah.
then it won't come up.
Yeah. I mean, the Maester recognizes it as an opportunity for the house to recover from the loss of who was to be like the true next in line. So, no. The Maester is going to try to keep that quiet.
If his name comes up, it's going to be one of those things where I'm like, do I have to worry about Jason's death? Is that a thing that's on the table?
Not at
Is
the
the family
moment.
in the business of killing 6-year-olds?
Cue
I
to
didn't
the
think it
gif of
was,
Nick
but
Frost going, shame.
Another one has to go.
I do have today's game was really interesting. It was it's left Jorah in this place where it's like, is it just better to kill the dude? We should have just killed him.
Well, it's actually not
The
necessarily.
Caliph is showing. It's
Well, like,
what did we just
so-
murder him?
My outside thoughts on him going to the wall actually is not a bad cover to make him disappear.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh, I've already got a very elaborate plan.
Yeah.
And I like this kind of idea that Leon is starting to like snoop around a little bit. The Maester has to think about that some.
Yeah,
How he
that'll,
wants to play that card.
yeah.
so
that'll
going
be-
into that, there's no way. Like Declan wasn't just going to buy the shit. He's been expecting Liana to be up to something since Luvina left.
Oh yeah.
It was just about time, and when she showed her head, I was like, here it is. Here it is.
When you
Telltale.
say up to something, what do you mean? Like up to no good, or just like
Oh, yeah.
snoop where she shouldn't be? Oh, you
Just
think
like, oh yeah, no, I think she's up, especially like trying to find out who had killed her mom. I definitely think that she's going to be like, well, Declan might be in charge, but I'm blood of the house, and I want Jorah to be put to death, just to like make a point.
No, yeah, no, that's how I feel too. She's looking to like prove that she's worthy of or what have you. Which is,
Yeah, but she's offered an olive branch.
I mean, to Declan, yeah.
Send him to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Which could be
Bernard
great
approves
cover.
of this plan.
Bernard is told nothing. Bernard is like, I wish I was told of everything. Because
I was trying to get to breakfast with Bernard. That was I was trying to have old man breakfast. It just didn't happen.
Yep.
He's just happy to get anyone for the wall. He's like, what, really? You're not sending this guy to war? By all means, please.
Don't question it. Don't question it. Bernard then
He's
leaves
not
with
going to question it.
Bernard then leaves with the person who murdered his sister, or Sister, right?
Aunt.
Aunt, yeah. But I was like, happy leaving with the guy who murdered his aunt, doesn't know.
Yep, it's like, you'll have a good time at the wall. Shame you hung around and got your throat cut, you idiot. Off you go.
I just like how you're constantly trying to pick him up like he's a free agent and you're a scout. Like, listen, man, the wall's not so bad. Lots of food to go around.
Point, though, it's like if you're not a ranger, you've got a pretty comfortable life, all things told.
You never overheat there. Not a sign of heat strokes.
Yeah. If you're a ranger, though, you're screwed. If you show any promise in combat, you're doomed.
Which he does, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's at least competent in some way.
Well, this is why everyone he meets, he's always like, oh, you'll end up in the kitchens, or you'll be a builder, you'll be fine. And then they get there, and it's like, can you hold a sword? Have you held one in your life? You're a ranger now. Enjoy. Go north, get stabbed.
That wasn't Barrick, was it?
No, it can't have been. It was a Lannister soldier. But I did think when he was describing that it was Barrick, and I'm like, he could turn
like
up
Barrick.
theoretically.
No, it was a Lannister soldier.
It's too soon, though. I think it's like a month or so yet before he gets stabbed in the eye by the mountain and revived. So he's not quite there yet. But I was like, wait, what? Wait, no, he's a Lannister. He's trying to kill me.
That was this guy has detailed facial features, so he is a boss enemy.
Right, yeah.
That's if it wasn't Barrick, that was what I was gathering as well.
There was a small part of me was like, I could just bolt with the horse and leave my guy.
Totally good. Legit option.
Yep.
We should also mention that Calith came clean for the first time ever in our game today.
Mm-hmm.
There was very little cards in his hand at that point that he could play, and he tempted to play the Declan card at the end of last episode and realized that was not the right card to play. It was not going to work out, so he had to dig. Like, Luvina was the only one he trusted in any capacity when it came to that stuff. So he was like, all right, what did he know? What did Luvina say about the Maester? And then it was none of his moves are 100% calculated. Well, I mean, they're calculated, but there's none that are 100% guarantees. So he had to pick one that ran the least risk.
I'm glad that it wasn't Luvina, because if it was Luvina, I don't think he would have lived. Because your actions almost spurned Lyanna's death, and she loves Lyanna.
Yeah.
That yes, that particular thing. But when it came to the mother, I have a feeling that would have been a different story.
Yeah, it would have been a lot different.
Oh, absolutely.
Luvina had a lot of feelings that we didn't get to hear about the mother, just because everybody was so pissed that she knew that nobody really cared how she felt about it or like her input on it. Surprise, surprise. So yeah.
Declan, for the record, Declan didn't care that you knew. He also didn't know up until like 2 days before you.
Yeah.
She was more interested in the negative effect it was having on the family long term, but she's kind of surprise enough with Calith on that. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it was interesting too, because the Maester revealed a little bit about himself, but he has a dark past. Like, he wasn't always a healer. He didn't learn how to heal people.
Oh yeah, we each put important cards on the table to show that we're being honest with one another while keeping certain things off the table.
Yeah. Because I'll be honest, before before you reached out to me privately, we're like, let's chat. My plan was to open this game torturing him. Like, straight up torturing him for information. Which would have been a really interesting turn of events. And then once I got the information, I would have made it look like he died in his sleep and moved right along.
Goodbye.
Because that's what the Maester used to do. Right. He was very, very good at getting information out of people by torturing them. That's how he learned about the human anatomy. And then when he met Luvina, it kind of changed. He's like, I want to use all that information I have about how to harm the body to learn how to heal the body.
Declan doesn't see the value in immediately, like he doesn't grasp the bonuses of someone's death until long after, which right away he was really upset about Hoster's death. But
that's
months
what
went by, and he was like, "God damn it!"
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to do at the end of last episode with Declan, where I was poking questions. Yeah. What do you gain if she lives? This, that, and the other. But Declan was way too heated in the moment.
Yeah,
and wasn't listening. That's when he was like, "All right." That was the problem. Is Caliph he could no longer operate solo when it came to this plan at the very least.
I think if you had come at it at a different angle, if you had just investigated the benefits of Hoster's death like death is inevitable, and Declan has swallowed that, right? So just talking about that in a different light, as opposed to the regards of Jenny's death, because it was still like hot. It was it's still that like hot button.
Yeah, a couple days ago, whatever it was at that point.
But it was months later when he had that conversation with Ithleen of like, there was something that was good that came from Hoster's death, as shitty as it is. So that's just kind of like there's not much forethought, right?
Right.
Declan is just a good boy until it's really kind of sunk into the gray matter.
Which is the problem when it comes to trying to talk to Declan right out the gate about things, because short-sighted, right? I guess he's short-sighted for a little while anyway. So yeah, he had to play cards. Ithleen was not who he was going to go to. Hell no, that would not go well at all.
Ithleen,
I did all these things and this and this. Okay, 5 days later. Hey, I heard Calith did this thing.
More than that, I just imagine Ithleen would have me killed. And Liana would have me killed.
I'm kind of afraid of what Liana's play is right now, because she's really looking for a win and a power play. Since her lover's gone, her father's not there, and her mother was just killed. She's looking for a victory, even at the cost of things that are dear to the family.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I'm just glad. Yeah, I had to pick somebody to like let in on, and the Maester was the one that made the most sense. And if the Maester turned me down, then I knew the Maester was going to go to Declan about it, because he's the Lord of the House right now, and Declan would likely not have me killed, but Caliph would spend the rest of his life in prison. And that was the least risky when it came to punishment, and the most beneficial when it came to things going.
I would have had. I still think the Maester inevitably is going to ask you to, if you wanted to study under him and take you back. In the long run. And if it had come down to like putting you in jail forever or killing you, the first thing out of the Maester's mouth would have been like, give your son to like a more opportunity than that, and just rid him from the house altogether and the name, and put him into Maestership. Yeah, no, that's. So going to the Maester was his best call. And obviously, if everything went well and the Maester and Caliph ended up partnering in some way or finding some sort of common ground and alliance, having a Maester being able to help you out, and the Maester being able to have someone's feet on the city grounds helping him out, can be a very beneficial relationship for the both of them. Yeah. I mean, the Maester, I know that Maester Raphael does actually mean well. Like, he wants to help the family. He would not have burned a destiny point to keep this fucking kid alive, which he was going to torture, to get information on who did this last game. So it's probably smart, though, because he was very close. He was very close to piecing what needed to be pieced together to be able to ping Caliph. But when Caliph came like clean, I guess, before all of that. That's why I wanted to have the moment at the end of that where he was like, "You're a lucky dude," because Caliph just saved your life, because I was going to torture you till you died, and I got what I wanted out of you. So you're a lucky fucking fella.
Sure. I'm excited for the conversation with Declan, though. We'll see how that goes. Yep. The second time around.
Speaking of Declan, hey Declan, how's Ice Powers going for you?
It's scary, because he knows what it represents, and it's something that he long since wanted to forget, and it was that pull from below. Not something he was excited about, because it wasn't warm and inviting, and it didn't feel like there was some foresight to better things, or at least the idea to stretch and change the future. This is showing the constant facts of the past, but I know what it leads to, and I don't want to be or lead or follow the tenets of that particular god. He who shall not be named, Lord Spooky Pants. I don't know what they call him. The other.
Lord Spooky Pants, that is canon, sir.
That is definitely canon now. Also, you did choose to spend a destiny point to use those powers.
I was goaded, don't even.
Yeah, that's my job as storyteller. It's to goad you into doing dumb decisions.
Oh, is that your job?
Yeah, pretty much.
This fucking guy. No, I think it's fun until it reveals something that causes Declan to lose his mind.
Mm-hmm. And how was the talk with Mage? Enlightening in a very cryptic manner?
Completely. But Declan's pretty much done with Mage at this point. She wants to play games. She doesn't want to deliver answers. If she had not said trust Caliph in that moment, or anything about like an honest answer, Declan probably would have been like, deuces, I'm out.
Yep. The job I vaguely have for her is to give you one good piece of advice and then a lot of flavor cryptic stuff that might make sense when you learn more, but generally one solid piece of advice.
Yeah, I generally don't feel like I get a whole lot from her, other than like more questions.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just living for Jorah at this point, man. Family's gonna bring themselves down. Jorah's like the only one that's operating with the benefit of the family in here.
I gave your
At
family
least he's willing to.
I'll look after him.
It's probably the safest bet for him, to be honest. And you did give a very good speech to Liana. You would have got more if your persuasion check had been better, but you did give a very good speech. So she was, because you said he was definitely put up to it by someone else, she was like, fine, he goes to the wall, and this is a one-time offer that I am not happy with. I'm gonna just about say it for now.
I think if I hadn't said that, she would have just found a way to order his death. Because she strikes me as that kind of individual.
Her blood runs hotter than her father.
So what you're saying is potentially not? Maybe a bastard?
I mean, she's also got her mother's blood in theory, but
God
who
damn it.
knows?
Okay, all right. You just work with you. I want to know the whole family's bastards, okay?
They could be. I'm just not going to tell you that right now. You have to find it in character.
Everybody's a bastard.
Remember, like, you know, Tom and Fuchs? Wasn't that his name?
I don't know.
You made that joke like 4 weeks ago. You were like Tom and Rook, more like Tom and Fuchs.
Was that me? Did I make that joke?
Someone did in chat. I can't
think
remember.
Oh, okay.
It's.
I think it's a massive joke by the sound of it.
I love how it's been labeled. It's good. It's funny. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm stoked. I'm actually kind of sad to see that the ending is quickly approaching. I really enjoy playing Declan.
How many more do we have?
6, and that includes next week, so probably 5.
Wait, we only got
5
left?
Yeah.
I don't think there's 6.
6 include next week.
3.
I counted. Wait, what?
Pretty sure there's like 3.
Do you want to check the calendar, mate?
Yeah, I'll check the calendar.
He did say that we were going to like 17 episodes.
Game of Thrones, 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 not Game of Thrones.
Oh,
You have in the calendar.
We're way
When do you have it written?
Yeah.
You have in the
Mathis
calendar.
has a minor
it going
panic
to
attack.
6.
Yeah, no, I thought I had way more fucking time. All right. Shit.
Yeah, it's coming to a close. That was
Ooh,
before.
okay.
It was actually shorter than this, and he was like, "Yeah, we've only got 3 weeks left."
Why did I think we had like a normal 26 episode season?
Because in the beginning it
is
was supposed to be
like-
20. It was supposed to be 20 to 24,
Okay,
but
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're close.
because we have so many conventions that are coming up, it's like, yeah, we just gotta
summer
change.
sucks, man. Summer is just like
I've got the first weekend of every month from now through December. It's basically a convention or gathering of some kind. It's just
Busy a couple of times.
crazy pants.
We gotta work out some calendar things.
Bentham, have you given me the wrong dates? Okay, guys, we're going to skip forwards 3 years.
yeah, no. Bantham's like, wait, we only got 3, dude.
Yeah, this
Like,
might explain why I keep being too E. Hey, you really need to skip time forward. And he's like, "Yeah, we can't skip time forward." I'm like, "You're running out of time to skip time forward."
God damn it, Bentham, I told you the calendar was important.
That's not my job. I
Tell
have.
me when I need to be ready by. That's what I need to know.
I don't
Same
know.
thing.
Hi, welcome to the after show. We have no idea. There might be a time skip. Anyway, we're going to go now. Hopefully you enjoyed this after show, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.